What's going on, everyone? This is Acey, and today we are starting our brand new Spotlight series. Our first artist is a rapper, and man, let me tell you, this man can lay down on a track. So please help me welcome our first Spotlight series artist, Jeaux Mayo. Man, what is going
What's
on?
the
How are you?
what's the deal, man? I'm good. I appreciate you for having me.
No, I thank you. I appreciate you coming on here. I reached out to you. For those of you that don't know, I reached out on Instagram to this man. I saw him on YouTube. I found some of his other stuff on Spotify. I mean, this man, like I said, he can just lay stuff down. So first off, why don't you just tell people a little about you real quick? Just give them a quick bio about you, just so they can get a feel for who you are.
Yeah. So I'm Jeaux Mayo. You spell that Jeauxmayo. Joe, the French way, and Mayo, just like mayonnaise. I'm born and raised in Houston, Texas. I got connections, like my family is from California. My father's side of the family is from California. My mother's side is from Louisiana. And then I'm born and raised here in Houston. So when you hear me, you're going to hear a little California, you're going to hear a little Texas, you're going to hear a little Louisiana, you're going to hear a little everywhere else. Just making music for people to be blessed by it, talk about my faith in Christ, tell people about Jesus, and talk about my experience in life. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, for sure, definitely. So basically, I'm just gonna start jumping in right into some questions. You're just gonna have to bear with me. I'm gonna start with the basic of basics here.
Right
Uh,
on.
so how did you get into music? Where did it all start for you?
For me, I grew up in a house with my two aunties. I know y'all on the East Coast, so that's probably translated as aunt,
Mhm.
or whatever. But they just played music around the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Played. This was 98, 99 ish. So it was a whole bunch of Aaliyah, Genuine. What got me into hip hop was the Cash Money Millionaires,
yeah,
um, and just hearing that playing around the house. You want to know what got me into making music specifically?
yeah, yeah. Get a little bit into that.
Okay, so with me, I didn't necessarily get into rapping. At first, I got into poetry. I got into writing. So when I went to college, I was an English major in college. That was always my best subject. So I
Okay,
always had a way with words. I always liked words. So when I was around, I think maybe 13 or 14, I started writing. Just started writing poetry, and then the wordplay would just interest me, and then naturally over time that just rolled into me writing little raps here and there.
no, for
Uh,
sure, for sure.
yeah,
No, yeah, because that's definitely like I'm a songwriter myself, so like I definitely that's how I started. Like I just started jotting things down and like I just started writing. Like I even just started writing like poems and stuff like that, and then eventually it translated into music and stuff like that.
right on.
Um, so did you find inspiration? Like did someone like does anyone inspire you to like when you first started, like be like go out there, do this, like you're great, or did you just like say like this is who I am, like this is what I want to do? Like when you dropped your first track, the first one was
Mhm.
Beast Mode, wasn't it?
Yeah,
So like when you first like started like doing that stuff, did you just say like this is me, this is like what I want to do, like I vibe with this, or did like I said, did someone inspire you to do all this?
it was more so of feeling free in writing it. You know what I mean? I I was writing, I was rapping, and I would write these little verses when I was in high school. I think around my freshman or sophomore year.
Yeah,
This was before I became a believer, and I would write these raps, but they wouldn't have no beats to them. You know what I mean? But
yeah,
like I said, I just like the wordplay to it. You know, I wasn't talking about nothing. That was at the point where I was talking about, oh yeah, I beat you up and do that. I wasn't gonna do none of that. You know what I mean? But that's all I had to talk about. But I became a believer, and I thought I had to leave all that stuff alone. You know what I mean?
right.
So like, I was 16 when that happened, and then like for a year, after a year, I was cleaning up my room and I found the old like little rap book I had, and I was reading it, and I was like, "Hey, this is good." You know what I'm saying? Like I'm sitting there reading. I'm supposed to be cleaning my room, but this thing happened to where I was like almost like leaving Earth. You know what I mean?
No,
Like
right.
you know that feeling that you get when you like, man, like nothing can stop me. You know what I'm saying? And
No,
so
exactly.
from that point, I just started like I knew somebody that was making music, and I was telling I told him, one of my homeboys that I had actually. Um, it's funny. It's like one of those artist stories that you hear about. One of my homeboys had like a computer, like just like a little desktop computer and a
Yep.
mic that you like wrapped into like on the headphones like that.
Yeah.
And I made it and sent it to everybody. And then I was like, oh man, I know somebody that got a studio. He make music, so let me hit him up. And then we just kind of start going to the studio. But I kid you not, for like Beast Mode came out 2013.
Mhm.
I started like really rapping in 2010.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I started rapping in 2010. So Beast Mode was after a whole bunch of tracks that I was making. And I was in the studio and I was like, this don't sound like what I'm writing at home. You know what I mean? I
No, right.
hadn't learned how to marry those two yet. You know what I mean?
No,
So,
exactly.
but to answer the question though, it with me it's always been like, at least in the beginning, it was always like, man, I want to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to do this. What is my voice? You know?
No, for sure, for sure. No, because like I said, that's definitely how I got into the writing process too. Like I just started writing, and then like I don't sing. If I start singing, the windows and all kinds of glass will start breaking. But I started writing, and I reached out to people, and then eventually, like we started getting stuff together, and I'm like, dude, this is just so much fun. Like I love doing this. Like music is just such a powerful, powerful tool. Like people
Yeah.
don't understand. Like that music can help you in all kinds of ways. Like it can cheer you up, or like if you like if you're down and out, like, and you need something, music's just always there. At least for me, it is.
Yeah.
I know a lot of other people definitely feel like that. So I
Mhm.
definitely want to touch up a little more on like your writing, because like definitely like when these people hear, like they'll know what I'm talking about when I say this. Like
Yeah.
you, like your words are just powerful, and like they definitely like the son of Jacob definitely hit me. Like I
Wow.
felt that one, and it was
Wow.
just powerful. So like what's your writing process like? Like what like if you like I know you said like you start writing poems and stuff like that,
Mhm.
like you started with that, but like so like if you were like just say like you're like starting to work on something new right now. What's
Mhm.
your writing process like? How do you like go and start a song?
I listen to the beat. I find a certain beat style that I like. Once I find that beat that I like, I just listen to it and then just let some stuff, almost whatever, naturally rise up. You know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
I go from there. Um, and the biggest thing that I would say is throughout writing that helps me filter through what I need to say
Mhm.
and what I need to say is, what do I really want to say and what's the best way to say this? You know what I mean? Like
No, exactly.
once I figure those two out and I'm able to chisel off all the extra, then I'm satisfied with it, you know?
Right. Right. And I mean, like when I mean, at least when I write too, and I could definitely tell from like when you write, you want to tell a story to the audience. You want to start
Yeah,
at the beginning of the book, and you want to go chapter by chapter and tell them those bits and pieces, and then by the end, give them that conclusion and tell them what's
yeah,
going on. You know.
yeah.
Um, So with that being said, like, I mean, does like some of your stuff come from like emotions that you have and stuff like that? Because like I know, like I
Mhm,
definitely write from like emotions, like so like things that have happened in my life. Like I lost my
mhm.
grandfather in 2018. A lot of people that fans of me know
Yeah,
that, and that's
yeah,
how I wrote my first song. I wrote that about him just because I was down and I was out and I was just like I lived with him my whole entire life. So how did
mhm.
I vented out on the paper and eventually I started writing that. So do you like definitely do you see like some emotions come out like when you're like struggling and stuff like that, or even like happy moments too? Like if you're happy,
Mhm.
you like grooving and like does that like inspire you a little bit?
For me, it's more so whatever I'm thinking in the moment. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like whatever I'm thinking and whatever I want to say in the moment. I'm not a like I don't write out of an emotion. It's kind of backwards to where I write and then the emotions come. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
No, I feel that. I feel that. So like there's definitely, I mean, obviously there's many artists in all kinds of genres. You have millions of country artists, millions of pop artists, millions of rappers. What would you say makes you different compared to some of these other rappers out there trying to make it as well?
I'm Joe Mayo. You know what I mean? And when you hear me, you gonna hear Joe Mayo. You ain't gonna hear nobody else. I don't sound like nobody else. I ain't trying to be like nobody else. When you hear me, you gonna hear me. You know what I'm saying? That's
No,
it.
and that's awesome because like right there, like there's perfect word for that is instant identity. I mean, that
Exactly.
is just you know who you are, and that's what makes an artist. Because a lot of some of these other people out there, I mean, they go out there and they try to act like someone else, and like they do
Yeah.
covers of all these other people because they think, yeah, it does suit them well, but at the same time, like we've already heard all these other people and you want
Yeah.
to do and like when you make music, especially when I make music, like I want to do something different so I don't get compared to anyone else because I'm trying to make my name ACK, and obviously you're trying to
Yeah.
make your name Joe Mayo. Like you want to be like, this is Joe Mayo, this isn't Drake, this isn't like anyone else. Like, it's no one, it's just you.
Yeah.
So definitely, like I said, I can't wait to get into some of your music in a few minutes here. I have one more question for you pretty much is just kind of for people that like don't know you and even for your fans as well.
Yeah.
What are your goals? Like where do you want to end up like going and what else can we expect from Joe Mayo?
Man, I wanna my end goal is just to have a catalog that people can listen to, people can find and just jam all day. You know what I mean? That was the initial desire that I had when I first started rapping. People was telling me, "Oh man, you need to make music that you can play in a concert." And my thing is, uh, once you find people that rock with you, you know what I'm saying, and you do everything in excellence, um, they'll rock with you in the concert. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So I just want to make a a good quality catalog of music. You know what I'm saying?
no, for sure.
Like a like a thick nugget of gold. You know what I mean? Like
No, exactly.
it's good and it's weighty. But for the future, like coming up, I got a project dropping within the next month, Lord willing, within the next month. So look forward in the next 4 to 6 weeks. And for the rest of the year, I'm just dropping and dropping and dropping.
Awesome, man. Like I'll tell you, I can't wait for some of your stuff. Like I said, I'm a huge fan since the minute I heard your stuff.
I
Um,
know.
I appreciate you taking the time to do these questions for me and hopping on here. Like it's just it's good to connect with other people in music because honestly, the
Yeah.
music business is one of the hardest businesses out there. And if you don't
Yeah.
have like good friends and connections out there, even like to collab or just to talk to someone else about the music, it's a powerful thing. Really
Right
is.
on.
So like I said, I definitely want to play a song, a little bit of each one of your songs, as long as you don't mind. First up is The Son of Jacob. If you don't mind, can you just like tell us a little bit about that before I start playing it?
Yeah. Son of Jacob is like I've been working on music for the past couple years, but because of responsibilities of taking care of my family, not being able to afford to do it, I've just had to prioritize what needed to be prioritized. But by God's grace, everything worked out, and I was able to finally do music. And so, Son of Jacob is like that finding myself. I'm here, and I'm here to stay. You know what I mean? So, Son of Jacob is like that proclamation. That's why I dropped at the top of the year. That's why I was the first single. It's like, all right, I'm finally here, and I'm finally me. You know what I
Exactly.
mean?
No, exactly. All right. So yeah, no, definitely. Let's get right into that, and I'll play a little bit of that for everyone just so we can hear Joe Mayo, Son of Jacob.
Right on.
Yeah, can't be nobody but me. Not from the west, not from the east, I'm out the 713. My lady love me, she say I talk like a P.I.M.P. I told her blame it on the grace and mercy, not the police. I told her I can't run from nothing cause I'm already free. I told her I can't waste my time stressing about what they think. God got me doing all the things the devil told me I can't. That's why my music make your face look like the audio stain. And tell you Jesus got the grace to take off all of your chains. I feel like Andre, I'm so Benjamin and Hillary Swank. Got more than that in the bank. I keep that thing on my brain. They trying to catch Joseph slipping, but it ain't gonna be today. I got no laws on me. It's only two if I do it. You see them crawl on me. Don't do no talking. I'm walking and blessings fall on me. Got no one better.
And that is Son of Jacob. Man, I'll tell you, like I said, you can just lay it down on there, and that is powerful. And especially
Yeah.
the as long as go check this out on Spotify, people. You'll know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
When the beat drops out and like you kind of just get like that little like piano, I think it's like this like the piano riff is just like that. Like when the
At
beat
the end,
drops out, it's super cool. Just because like you feel a little more emotion without the beat in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So next up, we'll play a little bit of the second song. You actually just released this recently, correct? Energy.
Yeah. Yeah. I released it last
Tell
week.
us a little, yeah, tell us a little bit about that one. Because actually, you
Oh.
on Instagram, you have a music video for this one, right? As well.
Yeah, I just dropped it yesterday.
Yeah, I was looking at that a little bit, and that is definitely something cool. So why don't you tell people a little bit about this one?
Energy is just exactly what the song says. Energy. Like when I start writing it, I kid you not, I listened to the beat and it just came out. It is our energy. I'm with the symphony, and I just sat down and wrote the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? So it's all about I don't know, man. It's just all about like it's all about energy. It's all about like one of my favorite lines is I'm Harriet Tubman with Bible and Ratchet. Like if y'all act backwards, basically saying like stop faking on records. You know what I'm saying? I'm more so talking to the Christian rap community on that one. Like stop faking on records. We can't be out here trying to be cool. Like we need to be out here telling people about Jesus and just being authentic. You know what I'm saying? Like
no, exactly,
just being authentic and real. So that's what I'm like. I'm here and I'm not playing with y'all. It's energy. You know what I'm saying?
No, for sure. All right, so let's get right into that one. Energy by Jeaux Mayo.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. It is all energy. I'm with the symphony. I'm with 150 and we got the remedy. We got some synergy. We complimentary. We is not perfect, but I know we finna be. We doing chemistry in a dispensary. Respect to the power. We handle it gently. It's electricity. It got the power to push you. I hold you to put on the strength of the hell. This is the lamp. This is the light that's on top of the hill for the one that look down. This for the children. My God got a plan. Say he giving out heaven on earth in advance. Take it advance. Take all your chains off and talk to the truth that is Yahweh the man. Drink from the water that live and be filled with the presence of Ruach HaKodesh. I am, know that I am everything I was meant to be. I see my purpose so vividly. I got the power like K to the second on track with the young and they good it from Tennessee. Visibly, wickedly different with dignity. Skillfully focus on keeping from rickety tendencies. Cause I know life on the line, so I don't got no time for no faking to shine. Great on my mind, working the garden and love on the woman that God know I needed. It took on my side, clock at a time. Take all my arrows and shoot at the sky.
Man, that is unbelievable. Like I said, I am a huge fan of your stuff. Everyone, please go check that man out on Spotify. Do you have it on Apple Music and pretty much everywhere?
It's everywhere. Yeah.
Awesome. So yeah, definitely please go check him out. It's JEAUX Mayo, like just like mayonnaise, like he said. Go check him out everywhere. Follow him on Instagram. Do whatever you got to do because this man is definitely coming up and he's definitely the future. Again, man, I appreciate you coming on here. It means the world. I know my fans are excited. I know it'll be cool when you share it and your fans get to see this interview and stuff like that. Definitely going to be something cool, and I appreciate it again.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Real talk.
Yeah, thank you very much.